Okay, so if there's a recap, we're going to recap because it's been a while. I'm sure there will be. It's complex enough playing through it, let alone putting it on for somebody else. I think this is going to look astonishing on PC. I'm really excited to have a look at it. I finished the first one on PlayStation.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Dead Man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape.
It's pretty cool
And
in the
it's all
first one.
because of the Death Stranding.
Almost like he had a crush on our boy for a bit.
The dead started to find their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, beached things. When they came into contact with the living,
Such a bizarre
the result was instant annihilation.
concept.
Avoid
Guy's got to be
leaving nothing but
either a
massive
lunatic
crater
or a
in its
genius,
wake.
one or the other. No, he's a very popular guy, but such a far out there,
But that was only the beginning.
far out there concept.
Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old in an instant. The world transformed into something completely unrecognizable. Those who survived these changes came to fear both timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person.
I've got the two
They grew
novels
distant
back
from
there
one
somewhere.
another and became
I read
further
the first one,
isolated.
but then weren't
The
sure how
social,
far
cultural,
the
and
second one to
political
go into
bonds
that,
between
so
humans
I
began
wanted
to
to
crumble.
finish the game first before I read the second one. I've got a whole row of nerdy stuff up there, Tomb Raider and Gears of War. I've got a God of War novel up there.
The Death Stranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for
I was
all
going to use my
humankind.
wireless headset, but I just didn't fancy its chances. My poor old PlayStation's been neglected really since I
However,
got a PC.
Bridget died
So I don't know
before
how
she
much
could
charge
realize
on the
this
headphones.
ambition.
I was doing it.
It was you, Sam,
Messing up
who
the
took
audio,
up her
really.
cause and resolved to see
This
it
is alright
through.
anyway, it's on come on
Sam,
PC, but
the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate, the one and only
I've got
person
just
who
trying to
could
think what else
save
I've got. I've
humanity.
got Pragmata on
So
pre-order
with
as well.
Bridges Cupid in hand, and
Now I've
accompanied
got
by the
Silent
bridge
Hill left
baby
to go
Lou,
through, so
you embarked
Don't
on a
need to keep me
journey
out of
across North America. Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phosmophobia, or the fear of being touched. The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strive to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America.
even though I've
You
not
were
heard the
also to
soundtrack
rescue
yet, I was
Bridget's
tempted
daughter,
to get the
Amelie,
vinyl for this.
who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam.
Well, as per usual, vinyl's expensive anyway, but should probably just hold fire.
Your
See how
friends
I
at
enjoy the game.
Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts.
I heard it's more
There
of the
was our
same, but
director,
they've just improved
Guy Hardman,
gunplay
a
and
close
it's a bit
associate
more-
of Bridget,
a bit
who
more
was
involved.
dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism was absolute, and for that he was named the first president of the UCA.
I'm not sure how long it took me to platinum it. I did have to grind a little bit at the end, but sure I did 100 hours.
And of course, Sam, the incomparable Dead Man, yours truly. I'd like to think we became the best of friends. As you may recall, I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course
It's
of
a
my
nice little
life
touch having him
was the
narrating
recipient of numerous organ
recap.
transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your BB, Lou. Mama and Lochna were
the
twin
twins.
sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which was essential for chiral network expansion. A personal tragedy caused the two of them to grow apart. But they've since reconciled, with both their souls residing in the same body. Ah, Hartman. Every 21
It's a
minutes
funny
his soul
concept as
departs
well.
his physical form.
And you speak to him
And
20
for
minutes
3
at a time.
minutes, his body is
So he has to go and
clinically
lay
dead.
down, ready to die.
During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone else. His knowledge proved indispensable in the execution of your mission, Sam. Fragile.
Likes
Leader
her
of the
acting
private
as well in
delivery
this,
outfit, Fragile
female.
Express.
She was cool.
Exposure to timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs,
That was brutal, that
former
one.
comrade, used
in the first
timefall
one,
as an
marching through the
instrument
rain.
of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam, she had a change of heart. As your friends, we would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something you had to do on your own, with only Lou for company, and with no end to the forces that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain and unpredictable weather, ruthless terrorists. The list goes on. Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs. Convinced that humanity deserved to go extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither he nor anything else could stop you from achieving your goal. The chiral network
Sorry.
was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built, but your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding. A secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time. And a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done. America rose from the ashes as the UCA. And as the people celebrated your
I
accomplishments,
assume the principle
you
for the
carried out
platinums could
one
be the
final
same.
mission
All the
in secret.
reputations maxed.
To
and
save your BB,
all
to
the,
save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was
every
their
place is
prison
maxed as well.
and began a
Reputation,
new life together.
whatever else.
And so it was that the two of you vanished
I can't see me
without so
not
much as a trace.
going all the way through and finishing it. Clearing it up. I've only got one game I've done that with on Steam. And that was Hell Is Us, which I really enjoyed. Got 100% on that. I used to do it quite a lot on the PlayStation, but I've got so much to play at the moment. This has obviously just come out, a pre-order next month. That Phantom Blade Zero looks pretty special, but that's not till, at the moment, September. Hopefully it doesn't move. Very nice. That's cool, nice little recap, because I can't remember the last time I played the first one, but it's been a while. Cool.